Hello, everyone. We are here today to tell you why your business should consider doing a podcast as a form of video production for your marketing and also as a way that you could generate some leads for your business. My name's Harry. I am a video content producer, creator, podcast consultant, and I'm here with my good friend Jacob. If you'd like to introduce yourself quickly for everyone.
Thank you, Harry. Yeah, my name's Jacob. I am a copywriter with about 7 years agency and freelance experience working across multiple industries, B2B and B2C, and multiple media.
Excellent. So we want to make this nice and concise today, so we're getting straight into it. So podcasting, why podcasting? I have been in the video production industry for quite some time now, and I decided to look at podcasting because it's a way that your company can get a really great low-cost solution that's really effective to have some video content for your business. There's a few different ways you can do this. I'm going to start with the first one, which is looking at podcasting as a video marketing package. I think when you say the word podcast, everybody gets pretty scared pretty quickly. It's a very daunting endeavor to start one. Everybody sort of thinks, gosh, we're going to have to grow a massive audience. We're going to have to have really super high-end production, and it's going to be really time-consuming and really difficult. And we're looking at this as the first thing to say is we're going to take care of the whole process. So that doesn't need to be worried about. It's going to be a seamless and easy thing once everything's set up. But the first thing to talk about is this video marketing package. And so I really view podcasting as a way of having a conversation where you can get several marketing videos out of that conversation. Something that me and Jacob talk about a lot is how underutilized platforms like LinkedIn are. And this is something that I really see sitting well on LinkedIn. And when you have these long video conversations, the package that we offer is you get together, you have your conversation. It'll be a concept that we've created for you that fits your goals. And in this instance, if it's a video marketing package, you'll have an agenda. You'll go through the various points that you want to discuss. And then once the conversation has been edited into a full episode, which can be posted in the relevant places, we will then take that conversation and create shorter clips, maybe 5 clips per episode. And they will be highly relevant to your business and highly relevant to the messaging you want to put out there. And these clips, because of the nature of the LinkedIn platform, have a high chance of getting a lot of organic views, of going viral potentially. And with the right copywriting, Jacob, if you want to just chip in on that, they can do really, really well.
Yeah, sure, absolutely. Thank you, Harry. And I completely agree with the format of short form video content being a very engaging and expressive way to talk about your business, your brand, your philosophy, and all the rest of it. And so copywriting supports that by making sure that the supporting message is very, very accurate and makes sure that all the points that you want to make are clear as well. And of course, if you're publishing these things on your website, you also want to make sure that the content is optimized for search engines. So having an effective copywriting strategy, even down to the LinkedIn hashtags, alongside the video content you're producing can be really useful in making sure the message is out there, it's compelling, and it's seen and engaging, and hooking in the right people to invite conversation and invite commentary. And so on. Putting up a video by itself is great, but it can lack context. And so having some really powerful messaging alongside that is a great way to expand upon the message.
Absolutely. And we won't get into it today. I think we'll definitely have some future conversations on our own podcast. But for sure, also getting that organic feel to the content, making sure it feels very human, that it's written in a way that it's going to hit the right target audience and feel natural, feel honest, and promote connectivity between people is what we're looking to do here. So yeah, that we won't go down that rabbit hole right now, but that is another great reason to use a proper copywriter and follow this format. So that's the first thing, is these short videos that you get. And of course, once you have these short videos, once you have the conversations, you can get music, you can get text, you can get images and other video, and create like a really engaging piece. The second use for this podcast production package is for lead generation. And this is the thing that really interests me, because having worked in video for a long time now, companies are always saying to me, how do I get my return on investment through making a video with you? And I'm like, well, awareness is the thing here. And awareness is often the thing when a company first starts doing marketing and first starts using video. And video is the best way of doing it because you get so much more reach, so much more engagement. However, the money people are always going to want to say, like, how do we get return on investment? We spent all this money on video. And so firstly, we're making this much more competitively priced. And the second thing is that there's a really great way that you can generate leads by doing this. The first is obvious, and it's by having a consistent podcast over a long period of time. You're going to get a following, you're going to get organic leads, you're going to grow your brand and your brand reputation. But the second thing, and really I think quite smart thing, is that if there's a particular person that you're trying to get to in different companies, say it's a chief technology officer and they're working in SaaS companies, software as a service companies, you create your podcast so that your ideal guest would be chief technology officers in SaaS companies. And by doing that, you have another way of approaching them, and you're offering them more of a mutual exchange where it's like, hey, we'd love you to come on our thought leadership podcast, for example. We'd love you to talk about, your expertise, your knowledge. Invite them on for a short, 25-minute, half an hour conversation. And by doing that, you're creating a rapport with them that you otherwise don't create when you're going into it from purely a sales perspective. You're creating content together, you're collaborating, you're making them look good, and it also grows your reputation and your brand. And this is content that will live forever, that you can repurpose, that you can use. And so by doing that, you're generating leads for yourself. And again, the writing that comes into that, the blog pieces that can go alongside that, I think it's a really effective package.
I totally agree. As we said, having the written message alongside the video content is a great way of adding more context and more narrative around the video itself. Now, the video is obviously a more engaging and personalized format, but of course, sometimes just simply like to read things in their own time. And so, with a blog, what that allows you to do is espouse upon different parts of that message and explore things, link out to different materials and whatnot, which of course you can't do very well or very easily in a video. And it just adds more depth and more dimension to the discussion when you can support your video content with perhaps more detailed information. You can cite your sources, and you can create more conversation around what's being discussed through blogs.
Absolutely. I think there's the third and final use really is testimonials. That kind of comes under the first part, but I think the final thing that I really want to say about all this is that it almost does it a disservice to call it podcasting, because really what we're doing here, it's a remote video content creation package, and then the written content that you can create alongside that links it all together. It's just really powerful, really great way of communicating your message and getting your brand out there more, generating leads. And I really hope that people will look at this and consider this as an option. The final thing to say is that today we are recording this completely remotely. So this is all being done via a platform that I'm licensing, that we have optimized so that anyone can use their smartphone to get high quality video. It will records on the hardware, and so as you can see, this is much higher quality than your typical Microsoft Teams or Zoom call. And I just want to draw people's attention to that. So this is something that we can replicate for our clients, and something that I think people should really look at and consider. And if anybody wants to have a chat with us about this, reach out to myself or Jacob via LinkedIn, our favorite new platform. And we'll be in touch with you, and we can definitely create a really great tailored package for your company, one that kind of gives your marketing the boost that it needs, with accessible video content and with great written pieces to go alongside it. Jacob, anything to add? I'm sorry, we had to rattle through that today.
No, not at all. It's good to be concise and precise. No, not much other than to emphasize the point that you just made about how really easy and accessible this is. If you've dialed into a Zoom or a Teams call in the last few years, and gosh knows we all have in this day and age, you will be very easily able to figure out this platform. I'm dialing in through my smartphone on the app, which is as simple as downloading it. There's no charge involved there, at least on your side. And it's really just a very similar interface as you're used to using for these remote calls. But what we bring is the production quality and the content strategy around that to make your thought leadership video content really, really compelling.
Absolutely. And I also, I think I'll edit this in later, but LinkedIn is a really untapped resource, I think, for companies right now. There's all these business people in this online place. It's almost like, the amount of money companies spend on going to trade shows. It's like this great untapped trade show that's constantly running, that's there all the time. Only 5%, I think it's like 3% of people post weekly on LinkedIn. The algorithm works very similarly to TikTok, for those of you that are familiar with that, in that if you post video, it gets a really good organic push. And with ad spend being higher than it's ever been, the cost per ad is higher than it's ever been this year. Companies really need to address their organic video strategy and find a cost-effective way of doing that. So hopefully people will see this as a good opportunity to do that. But Jacob, thanks so much for having this quick chat with me. And please get in touch with us.
It's been a pleasure. Thank you, Harry. And we look forward to hearing from you.
Cheers, mate. Thank you.